Welcome to CBTSport.net Game of the Week. Bringing you high school, college, amateur, semi-pro, and professional sports video from right here in Central Vermont. Over a decade of local Central Vermont sports video action. Get ready, because it's time for the CBTSport.net Game of the Week.
My daddy made this. Daddy!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Division II Plus 3 matchup between the Randolph Galloping Ghosts and your own U-32 Raiders. I'm John Pellegrini with the call tonight, and I will be flying solo with my cast of Kenneth and Sammy on the camera. So we got a good one on tap, we got a good crowd, and we'll be coming up in a few minutes with the starting lineups. And looking at tonight's matchup, looking at both these teams, Danielle LaPearl, the coach of the U-32 Raiders, has just got her first varsity win the other night against a scrappy Montpelier High School team, squeaking out a 1-point victory against the Solons. And that was coming off a tough loss to Spalding, I believe a 6-point loss in which they very well could have been in it right until the end. And so they're looking for their second straight win tonight, and they go against a also struggling Randolph team who comes in at 1-12. Both these teams have identical records at 1-12, with U-32 being the 17th seed right now, one out of the money. But that could soon change, and Randolph comes in at number 13, just behind Stowe. Randolph, their last couple games, lost to a tough Lake Region team and to Montpelier High School. Once again, I'm John Pellegrini, and we'll be coming up with the starting lineups in a minute. We got a good one here. We got a good crowd, and yeah, so we're approaching the national anthem. And, tonight's referees are Shannon Sweet, and I'm sorry, the Chelsea referee his name is escaping me. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I thought of it for a minute, but anyways. So we're going to step away for about 30 seconds, and we'll be back with tonight's ball game. I'm John Pellegrini with the call, and this is a CBTSport.net production. We'll be right back. We're back here at U-32 High School, and we're awaiting the starting lineups for the team. We have them for you, and we'll have your first quarter in a minute. And Jeff Eastman was the other referee whose name I'd forgotten. I don't know how I happened to forget him. He was a hunter and ed instructor for me for over 10 years and did a very good job. So Shannon Sweet and Jeff Eastman will be the referees for tonight. Our starting lineups for the Randolph Union High School Galloping Ghosts are starting at guard, number 1, Harmony Bradshaw. Starting at the other guard is number 12, Kaylee Jarvis Shabbat. Number 20, Andrea St. Amour, a sophomore. Number 22, Ella Messier, a freshman. And another freshman is Annabelle Messier, number 35. So head coach Mike Hildebrand is assisted by Mariah Rilling, and Kaylin Messier is the manager. And you can hear this crowd. It is raucous tonight, and we got a playoff atmosphere, and the U-32 boys version of the Crimson Crazies are here, and they're starting up, and they're really cheering with a lot of spirit, and it's very loud here. Starting for U-32, number 1, Clara Wilson. She is a sophomore. Number 3, Willa Long, a junior, will be starting. Number 10, Natalie Beauregard. She is a junior. Number 12, Yvette Petrilia, another junior. And rounding out is number 25, Kara Williams. And we are one national anthem away from this game being started. We will step aside. We're back here after the national anthem. I'm John Pellegrini with this CVTsport.net production, and we got ourselves a good ball game tonight. Danielle LaPearl, the coach of U-32, looking for her second straight varsity victory after getting her first one the other night here against a tough Montpelier team. And I spoke to an assistant coach in Central Vermont, and I said, what do you think about the U-32 girls? And this coach said, you know what? They're going to be one of those teams at playoff time we're not going to want to play. And I've watched them just once. I haven't broadcast them, but I've watched them once, and I can tell you they play hard. And we're about ready for tip-off time, and the ball comes across to number 1, Clara Wilson. She goes all the way in, does number 10, Natalie Beauregard. Pressure from Spalding. Harmony Bradshaw brings it up, looks in, up top to Ella Messier. Messier turnaround jumper, can't get it. Taken off by number 10, Natalie Beauregard. Up top, Petrilia. All the way in goes Wilson, and she can't get the handle on it, and it's taken out by Ella Messier. Messier. Bradshaw brings it up. Loses control for a minute. Looks up. Nothing there. Gets it to Jarvis Chabot. Over to Bradshaw. Long jumper, no good. Taken away by number 10, Beauregard. Beauregard all the way in, looks over, and it blocked and rebound up again by Wilson, no good. And it's taken out by Bradshaw of Randolph. She's at three-point land, looking up for Messier. Messier comes down, sets a screen, gets the ball in to her sister, Messier. Blocked, no good. The ball comes out to Clara Wilson. Wilson, the point guard, gets it into Parker. Parker back to Wilson. Wilson sets it up, looks in for number 25, Richardson. She lays it up, no good, can't get it. Taken off by St. Amour. St. Amour, I remember, had a good game against Spalding. St. Amour tied up by Zoe Provost, and it'll be Randolph ball. 2-0 the home team, 6:03 left. Ball's thrown over the head of Jarvis Chabot. Over in the corner to Bradshaw. Bradshaw, tricky dribbles out, gets it, ball to Jarvis Chabot. It's tipped away to St. Amour. St. Amour to Bradshaw. Ball comes in to Messier. Up, no good. Messier with a rebound. Up and under, no good, nothing there, and it's stolen away by number 3, Zoe Provost. And here comes the Randolph ball. Ball comes in to Messier. Messier up to St. Amour. Stolen away by Clara Wilson, and she's immediately fouled. Wilson, a tough defender. Petrilia with the ball, dribbles in, all the way to the rack, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Richardson. She lays it up, no good, and the ball is tied up. And it's going to go Randolph's way. Ball comes out to Jarvis Chabot. She gets it over to Bradshaw. Throws it away. And Paige Parker watches it go out of bounds. Ball will be taken out by Yvette Petrilia. Wilson back to Petrilia. Petrilia bounce pass in to Beauregard. Petrilia trips, and she's fouled by number 20. Both teams feeling each other out, and low scoring game, 2-0, halfway gone this quarter. Ball comes in to Wilson. Up, no good. Cleared away by Ellen Messier. She gets it up to Jarvis Chabot. Bradshaw can't get it, and it looks like we have a timeout, and we will take it with 4:27 left, and U-32 2, and the Galloping Ghosts nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back with just over 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. U-32 up 2-0 in a defensive battle. Both teams playing tough defense. Ashline gets the ball over to Jarvis Chabot. Up, no good. Picked off by Yvette Petrulia. Petrulia brings it across the timeline. Looks up, gets it on the left to Parker. Parker launches a three. Nothing there. Rebound U-32. Gets it out to Wilson, and she travels. That little stutter step will get you every time. It'll be Randolph ball. A Galloping Ghost coming in at 1-12, along with U-32's 1-12 record. Both teams don't play like they're 1-12. They've had some close games. Looks like we're going to have a foul on number 2 Parker. That's going to be her first, the team's second. Lone basket tonight for Natalie Beauregard. Ball's brought in to Jarvis Chabot. Long three is good by number 23, Brianna Young. Our first 3 ball of the night for Young. Banks not open. Blocked by the Galloping Ghost. Ball comes across to Jarvis Chabot. Not a Messier, back to Chabot. She's going to take it coast to coast, bounce pass in. Not good, and it's ripped away by number 25, Kara Richardson. Nice set shot by number 25, Kara Richardson. And that'll put U-32 back up 4-3. Stolen away by Wilson. Ball goes off, it'll be Randolph's ball. U-32 with full court pressure, full court man. Ball comes over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looking for Allie Ashline, but she wasn't there. Now Parker comes across the timeline for U-32. She looks up, gets the ball in to Beauregard. Beauregard gets it back to Parker. Wilson loses her man. Little turnaround jump shot, good from three-point line, no good. And we got our second tie-up of the quarter. And that's going to remain U-32's ball. Balls to Richardson. Back to Wilson. She has a running one-hander, no good. Ball's taken off and stolen away by number 23, Brianna Young. She goes coast to coast with it, can't get it to go. Everybody loses it. 1, 2, 3 girls on the floor, and we certainly should have a tie-up here pretty soon. Everybody fighting for the ball, and it'll remain Randolph ball. Ball comes into Messier. Nothing there. Left-handed pass out to Chabot. Long three by number 1, Harmony Bradshaw. Nothing there. And I believe the foul is going to go against Kara Richardson. I'm not sure. Yep, that's her first, team third. U-32 still ahead 4-3 early here. Ball comes in to Young. Long three, no good. Hits the top of the backboard. And it'll be U-32's ball. 120 ticks of the clock left in this first period. It's a low-scoring game as both teams try to pound the ball inside. Ball comes into Beauregard. She gets it up and in. Natalie Beauregard with 4 points. Fouls on Flynn. We'll have a traveling violation. It'll be U-32's ball. 6-3 U-32, 1:32 left in the period. Wilson in to Richardson. Up, no good. Here comes Jarvis Chabot with it. She stops, gets it over to Messier. Messier fakes right, goes left, turnaround jumper, no good, and she pats it back right into Paige Parker's hands, and off comes Clara Wilson with it. And she lays it in as number 25, Kara Richardson. Richardson got that one? Oh, okay. Stolen away by Wilson, coast to coast. It's in good. And Mike Hildebrand wants a timeout. And we're going to take it to with 45 seconds left. And U-32 10 and Randolph 3 will be back in 30 seconds. We're back with 45 seconds left in the opening period. I'm John Pellegrini with tonight's CVTsport.net production. And we're at U-32, who is hosting the Galloping Ghosts. U-32 up top, 10-3. Slow moving first period, but both teams kind of like jousting here. There goes Richardson. Richardson over to Petrillo. Long three, no good. Picked up by Beauregard again. Gets it to Wilson, and Wilson's going to get fouled. Clara Wilson will get to the line. She'll be shooting two. Mike Hildebrand doesn't like the call. Wilson no good. For Wilson, a sophomore for U-32. And that second one is good. U-32 full court pressure. Spalding up 11-3. Just 22 ticks left in the clock for the end of the period. Ball's lobbed over to number 12, Jarvis Chabot. Gets it back up to Rhiannon Young. Young left-handed runner, no good, and she's going to get fouled, I believe, by number 12, and that is Yvette Petrillia. And that's going to be her first, team fifth, so U-32 itching towards the bonus, where Randolph will shoot 1-1. First one's no good. Second one dips. Up around, no good. Natalie Beauregard with a rebound. Gets it all the way up to Richardson. Richardson can't go anywhere, loses it. Gets it to Wilson. And Wilson gets the shot off too late. And we have one period in the books, folks. And this is a CVTsport.net production where we are at U-32 Gymnasium with U-32 up 11 over Randolph's 3. We'll be back in a minute. We're back at U-32. I'm John Pellegrini with tonight's call. And I said our CBTsport.net production. And I'm here flying solo. And U-32 has an 11-3 lead. Ball looking in for Richardson. Richardson turnaround, jumping, no good. Gets her own rebound. Gets it blocked by Messier. And up comes number 3, Rhiannon Young. She goes all the way to the rack. Looks like a foul, acts like a foul, but it wasn't a foul. Shannon Sweet, Jeff Eastman, the referees tonight. Ball comes over to Beauregard. She lobs it in, looking for Richardson, but she can't get the handle on it. And then lob to Beauregard again. Gets it to Richardson. Kara Richardson lays it in for her 5th and 6th point of the night. Ball comes up to Bradshaw. Bradshaw lays it in. Long 3, no good. Back up to Parker. Parker, the bank is open for Paige Parker as she lays the 3 off the backboard, and U-32 taking a 13-point lead early here in the second period. Ball's over on the left. Ashline gets it to Messier. Up, no good. Messier gets her own rebound. Falls away. Gets it back. No good. With a rebound is Kara Richardson. And she gets it over to Paige Parker. Parker up to Petrilia. Petrilia over to Beauregard. Picks up her dribble. Parker saves her. Gets it to Petrilia. Petrilia in. Off no good was Richardson. And here comes Randolph. Ball's dribbled around, picked up by Messier. Ella Messier comes with a deuce off the glass. Here comes Beauregard. Beauregard, long 3, no good, misses everything by Paige Parker. Subbing in for Randolph is Annabelle Messier. Sitting down is Allie Ashline. Harmony Bradshaw. Over to Travis, stolen away. All the way to the route. Oh, drops it off for Clara Wilson, and she can't get it to go, but she's fouled, and she's going to have 2 more foul shots. Nice pass in there. Really looked good. Just couldn't get it to Wilson. First one's good. Second one's good. 5 points on the night for Clara Wilson. Ball's held by Jarvis Chabot. Long 3, no good. Messier gets a rebound. She has it blocked. Picked up by Petrilia. And here comes Parker. She loses control of it. And Annabelle Messier picks it up. And she's got pressure applied to her. Up comes Harmony Bradshaw. Ooh. We have a tie-up. And it's going to go Randolph's ball. Ball's lobbed into Messier. Messier gets it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw dribbles in, gets it out to Young. Young to Bradshaw. Back to Messier. Back to Bradshaw. All the way in the corner to Messier. And Annabelle Messier hits another three. Now that's her first three of the night. Back comes U-32. Lobs the ball in. Gets it over to Petrilia. And that's going to be a 3-second violation. So there is no basket on the call. Halfway there, second period. Here comes Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets it over to Jarvis Chabot. Comes into the key. Over to Young. Long three, no good. And she hears it from the U-32 fans. It was an air ball. All right, underneath to Natalie Beauregard, and she gets her 5th and 6th point of the night. Lobbed over to Messier, running one-hander, no good. Catches her own rebound, which I didn't think you could. And the ball is going to go in. Shot by Kaylee Jarvis Chabot. She'll have one opportunity to make it a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Subbing in is Andrea St. Amour. Sitting down is Rihanna Young. At the foul line is Chabot. Off, no good. Rebound U-32. Loses it for a minute. Gets it back to number 35, Annabelle Messier, but that can't go. And U-32 loses it out of bounds. Went off Ayla Dyer. Long shot by Harmony Bradshaw, no good. Up and in by number 35, Annabelle Messier. 3:16 left in this second period. U-32 20, Randolph 11. We'll be right back in a minute. We're back here at U-32 on a frigid night. We're getting a couple of cold nights and one cold day here over this weekend, but things are warming up here in the gymnasium at U-32, and we got a good one here. U-32 up 20-11 over Randolph's Galloping Ghosts with 3:16 left in the half. Taking the ball out will be Yvette Petrilia. She gets it back, looks in, nothing there. Gets it out to Parker, nearly goes overhead, stolen away by Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets her pocket picked by Wilson, and Wilson's go right to the rack and miss it. Nice try. Big scrum, and it's going to be a tie-up. That should be U-32's ball, and it's going to be by the little designation of the arrow. Petrilia will take the ball out. Gets it over. All the way to the rack for two is Clara Wilson to add to her 5 points. She's got 7 tonight. U-32 with pressure, taking the ball away for a minute. Looks prime for the picking. And Mike Hildebrand of Randolph wants a timeout. And we will take it with 2:33 left. U-32 22. Randolph Galloping Ghosts 11. We'll be right back. We're back here with 2:33 left. I'm John Pellegrini with tonight's CVTsport.net production with the Randolph Galloping Ghosts trailing the U-32 Raiders 22-11. Both teams looking for their second win of the year. Off comes Paige Packer. She loses it for a minute. Oh, stolen away from the U-32 player by number 23, Rhiannon Young. And Young's going to go right to the rack, but that's stolen away. And Randolph gets it back. Gets it in to Young, no good. Young has hit a 3, and there it is up to Kara Richardson. Gets to Petrilia, over to Wilson. Right off the backboard for Clara Wilson. And that's going to be her 9th point of the night. High score. Bradshaw. She ran out of bounds and came in bounds, and that'll be the turnover. Substitution, Ella Messier. Sitting down is Annabelle Messier. So I believe sister for sister. All the way in the corner to Dyer. Dyer dribbles out, goes into the key, no good. Stepping into one is Richardson. She can't get it. Ball comes over to Wilson. Wilson feels her way in. Oh, looked like we had a travel there by Parker, but no. Driving the key, kicking it out to Petrilia. Over to Richardson. Richardson lays it in. Kara Richardson with her 8th point of the night. (26-11). U-32 threatening to run away with this game. Coach Danielle LaPearl looking for her 2nd straight victory as a varsity coach here. U-32 trapping, nothing there. Gets the ball out to Young. Young swishes one. A 2-pointer. Wilson across the timeline, dribbles right. Gets the ball into Richardson. Richardson goes right to the rack, and she's going to lay it in. Nice little deuce off the glass, and she gets her 10th point of the night. Racking them up here is U-32. U-32 with a rebound. That's Beauregard, and she's fouled. Oh, I believe we have a kickball, and it will stay Randolph. Bradshaw in. Gets the ball out to Messier. Messier lays it up, no good. Stolen away, but stolen right back by Messier. And that's going to do it for one half of basketball here on this frigid night at the U-32 Gymnasium, with U-32 pulling out to a 15-point lead. U-32 28 and Randolph Galloping Ghosts 13. We'll be back in 5 minutes to check the scoring for tonight's game.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
This local sports video production is made possible by Maplewood Travel Service and Information Center, off Exit 7 in Berlin, featuring gas, diesel, excellent food from the deli, an exploration-worthy beer cave, and an extensive selection of candy, snacks, and soft drinks. With Maplewood locations, off Vermont 14 in Southbury, off Exit 3 in South Royalton, off US 2 in Waterbury, and on South Main Street in Rutland. When you are on the road, Maplewood is the place to go. Made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels, located in East Montpelier, Vermont. Packard Fuels is a proud supporter of local athletics and community events. Packard Fuels provides home heating oil and service throughout central Vermont. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Mark and I worked at Berrytown Elementary School when we were in college. We're both very family-oriented and community-driven.
Barry has a special place in our heart, obviously being our hometown.
When I met Mark and Ruben, they were college grads. 7 years later, they manage over 750 units in Vermont. In their spare time, they give back to the people they grew up with.
There are people in our community who are battling childhood cancer. This organization doesn't just financially fund their hospital bills, we actually help them out with the day-to-day expenses.
Local business owners, local community members, just a lot of local people that are congregating to help raise a lot of money for these families.
In small towns everywhere across America, this story gets repeated over and over. Local businesses coming together to support their friends, neighbors, and customers.
Our priorities and the bank's priorities align. We're all trying to make the community a better place.
Established in 2016, Central Vermont Elite is an area AAU basketball program that is committed to player development and creating a positive playing experience. Coaches are committed to developing skills, character, teamwork, and sportsmanship through hard work. For more information, contact Bill Gant. Email bgant23@yahoo.com or by phone 802-793-3092. Central Vermont Elite is a local supporter of area basketball.
Coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
This game was made possible by Tournament Specialties, Central Vermont's corporate and team apparel specialists. If you are looking for an updated look for your business or want the latest look for your sports team, Tournament Specialties is the place to contact. Along with their embroidery and ink decorating services, they also work with groups who want a storefront to sell their items. A great way to fundraise without upfront cost and risk. Email Jeff at Tournament Specialties to learn more. tournamentdesigns@gmail.com.
Back here after the first half of this ball game here, readying ourselves for the second half. I'm John Pellegrini with tonight's CBTSport.net production from the U-32 High School Gymnasium, the Big Gym, and sitting at the honorary Dan Gandon press table that gives tribute to the 500 victories that Dan Gandon had here. Really making a legacy for himself, a Hall of Fame, Coaches Basketball Association Hall of Fame inductee. And to wrap up tonight's scoring for the first half for Randolph, Kaylee Jarvis Shabbat had a single basket for two. Ella Messier had also a single basket for two. Brianna Young had a 3-ball and 2 points, a basket for 5 points. Annabelle Messier had the same thing for 5 points to round out Randolph's scoring. For U-32 scoring, the guard, Clara Wilson, had 9 points. Paige Parker had a 3-ball for 3. Natalie Beauregard had 3 single baskets for 6. And our high scorer for the game is Kara Richardson with 10 points. So there we have it, U-32 up 28-13 as we enter this second half. Ball's over to Bradshaw. She looks in and she travels. Goes right back to U-32, looking for their second straight victory for Coach Danielle LaPearl. Ball's over to Petrilia. She gets in the corner to Richardson. Richardson drills it. A 2-pointer, Kara Richardson. High scorer for the game. Randolph back out to Shabbat. She fires it up, no good. Balls to Messier. Shabbat dribbles it back in, gets it stolen away, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will be U-32 basketball. Play a little ragged here in the opening of the second half. It's much expected to be. Both teams feeling each other. Ball's over to Richardson. She's going to cock it again. She drills another one. Kara Richardson, they're going to have to find an answer for her, or it's going to be a long second half. Bradshaw all the way back, no good. Who else gets a rebound but Kara Richardson? Ball goes back to Willow Long. Ball's over to Richardson. She's going to hit another one. No. And off comes a rebound to Messier. Messier over to the guard, Harmony Bradshaw. Bradshaw dribbles in, gets enveloped, nothing there, looks around. In comes Jarvis Chabot, no good. And Richardson with the rebound. Back to Richardson, but number 10, Natalie Beauregard, traveled with the basketball. She took a couple too many steps. So it's going to go to Randolph. 6:22 left, U-32 up 32-13. Ball comes across the timeline to Bradshaw. Bradshaw drives underneath the basket, gets it back, and she's going to shoot no, fakes it. Bounce pass to Messier, Banks not open, and off comes Beauregard with it. All the way up to Richardson, can't find the handle on it. She wants that one back. All the way up to number 20, St. Amour. And she gets it blocked with a thunderous war by Richardson. Blocked it into the upper deck. It's off, no good. Ball's mishandled, but taken up, driven all the way coast to coast. Dropped off to Messier and tossed out of bounds. It'll go U-32 way. U-32 ball. Up comes Yvette Petrilia. And that's not going to be any good. That's going to be a traveling violation called by Shannon Sweet. Take those 2 points off the board. Coming in is number 23, Carolyn Flynn. And also Paige Parker is reported in. Swallowed up and stolen away. Here comes Randolph. Stolen away by Beauregard. Beauregard's going to take it all the length of the court. She stops, nearly trips, gets the ball over to Parker. Parker over to Flynn. No good, can't get it. And off comes Ella Messier. Messier drives all the way in, stops, lays it up, no good. And who else gets a rebound but Kara Richardson? Ball comes to Richardson. Sharpshooter misses it, but she's fouled by number 15, Allie Ashline. And she'll have 2 to add to her 14 points. First one's good. Sitting down will be Natalie Beauregard. Coming in will be number 4, Ayla Dyer. No good. Off the rim. Oh, saved. All the way to the rack. Oh, she's fouled hard. Oh, I guess we're going to get a traveling violation first on number 23, Carolyn Flynn. Oh, stolen away by Parker. Chasing Bradshaw. Bradshaw all the way to Messier, gets it up to Chabot. She stops, lays it up. Off the backboard, good, is number 12, Kaylee Jarvis Chabot. Richardson cocks it, no good, off the side of the rim, side of the backboard. Up comes Ella Messier. Messier's going to go coast to coast. Going to go all the way to the rack. The hook shot doesn't go. She gets her rebound back, but it's stolen away by number 2, Paige Parker. She gets that out to the point guard, Wilson. Wilson all the way up to Flynn, and we're going to get a timeout by Danielle LaPearl of U-32, and we're going to take it 2 with 3:52 left. U-32, 33. The galloping goes to Randolph, 15. We'll be back in a minute. We're back here at U-32. It will be U-32's ball. Going from right to left. Clara Wilson dribbles around, gets it to Richardson. They know she's going to shoot, and number 22, Ellen Messier, blocked the shot. Messier's going to go coast to coast with it. Drops it off. Long shot by St. Amour is indeed an air ball, as defined by the crowd. Over on the left, goes to Dyer, back to Wilson. Wilson to Richardson, Richardson back to Wilson. She's going to launch a 3, it's going to bounce around and go in. 3 ball by Clara Wilson. Bounded around and around and around. All the way back comes Randolph, goes right to the rack. No good by the freshman Harmony Bradshaw. All the way to Richardson. She lays it up and good, and she gets fouled. She adds to her point total, is racking it up as she's taking over. Foul is on number 15, Allie Ashline. That'll be her second, team second. U-32 without a foul. Wholesale changes made for U-32. One shot for Kara Richardson. Bingo, good. 2 for 3 from the line. Bradshaw comes in, nothing there. Defended by Petrillia. Richardson guarding the ball, loses it, gets it back, and we'll have a tie-up, and it's going to go Randolph ball. We're already at 2:35 left to go. U-32 up 24 at 39-15. 15-footer no good by number 15, Allie Ashline. It'll turn over to U-32. Petrillia to Richardson. Bingo! Kara Richardson, another 2-ball. And she has taken over offensively in this game. Ball's over to Bradshaw. Looking for a seam in that defense, can't get it. Stumbling in. Long 3-pointer by number 3, Zoe Provost. And that's her first points of the night. And it's a 3-ball for Randolph. A much needed hoop by Randolph to stop the bleeding. Off the rim, no good. Trapped in the backcourt. Getting it is Allie Ashline. Ashline gets the ball over and it's dribbled out of bounds off. Ooh, I thought it was off the Randolph player. Coming in is Paige Parker. Sitting down is Clara Wilson. Ball comes out to Bradshaw. U-32 with very stifling defense. Running one-hander goes in for number 23, Rihanna Young, and she has her 7th point of the night. Long 3, no good. Messier with a rebound. Gets it up to Young. Young lays it in, so a little bit of a rally here by Randolph as they cut the lead to 19. And the ball's dribbled out of bounds. And it'll be Randolph ball. U-32 with a comfortable lead. 46 seconds left in this third frame. Bradshaw dribbles right into the defense, and we're going to have a foul. Second team foul for first team foul for U-32. Bradshaw loses the handle, dribbles it back out. Young, long one, no good. Ooh, dangerous play. And out comes Petrillia. She's fouled. Ball stolen away, stolen right back, and we have a foul. We have a holding foul on number 3, Willie Long. U-32, the 1-2-2 zone. Cross-court pass by Randolph. Long 3, no good. Off comes Parker with it. Parker, she's fouled. Foul is going to be, I believe, on Zoe Prevost, number 3. Taking the ball in is number 12, Yvette Petrilia. And that's going to do it for this third period from U-32. I'm John Pellegrini with the CVTsport.net production, and we are at U-32 41. Randolph 22 will be back in 60 seconds. We're back with 8 minutes to go in this game, and 8 minutes separates U-32 in their second straight victory, their first coming over Montpelier, and this is a big win for Danielle LaPearl if she can finish it off. No good. Scrum on the floor. Looks like a tie-up and it'll be Randolph ball. Ball's into number 23, Young. She dribbles all the way up. Left-hander passes errant. Long 3, no good. And coming away with it is number 10, Natalie Beauregard. She gets it all the way up. No good, and let's see who's fouled. Looks like number 2, Paige Parker, was the one that was fouled, and the culprit is number 4, Ava Scott Lucas. 2 shots for Paige Parker. The first one is picture perfect good. Her 4th point of the night. Second one bounces. She gets her own rebound for a second, but it's taken away. All the way up comes Scott Lucas. Looks in for Messier, can't get it. Stifling defense by Kara Richardson. Stolen away by Yvette Petrilia. Petrilia up to Wilson, goes all the way to the rack, and no good. But U-32 gets a rebound, controls it. To Petrilia, to Wilson. Wilson drills the 2 ball. Just a couple of inches away from the 3 ball. And U-32 will go up 44-22. Ball's bounced away. Looks like it went off Young of Randolph, and it'll be U-32's ball. Clean game with very few fouls. Both teams playing hard defense, but clean defense. Ball comes up at the top of the key. Over to Richardson. She sets, no good. Out comes Lucas, or Shabbat, I mean. She comes across to Young. And Young commits the charging foul, and she's very upset with the call. Dusts herself off and heads back up to make the next play. Good attitude. You can let it fester, or you can just brush it off, let it roll off your back like a duck. And committing the foul, there's Young. Randolph up to 1-1. Shooting will be number 12, Yvette Petrilia. Or Petrella, maybe, is that. First one's no good. Richardson clears it out to Wilson. Wilson getting ridden hard. Gets it up to Richardson. Over in the corner. 3-ball, no good. Taken away by Richardson. She gets it back to Wilson. Wilson loses it for a minute. And she's fouled, and she'll shoot 1-1, Will Wilson. For 14 points for Clara Wilson, the sophomore. Long, Flynn, and Dyer will all come in for U-32. First one's good for Clara Wilson. Second one's no good. Taken away by Scott Lucas. Lucas stops her dribble, pulls it out. Ragged heavily. Oh, stolen away. Picture perfect steal. Looks like she went backcourt, and she's ridden hard by Willow Long, and much contact there by Long. So that'll only be U-32's third team foul with 5:33 left and a commanding lead, 46-22. Ball comes out, stolen away for a minute, and then fouled. Foul is on number 23, Caroline Flynn. That'll be her second. Ball goes between Messier's legs. She drops up, tries to flip up a little one-hander, no good. Following the play is number 12, Jarvis Shabbat. And I believe did they call the basket good? Yep. U-32 ball. Coming across the timeline, Wilson. Over in the corner to Richardson. Oh, fakes out, her man goes right to the rack, and she's fouled. And she's been settling for 15-foot jump shots, and she decided she'd fake and drive to the key, which was very successful, and she was fouled hard by number 22, Ella Messier. And Kara Richardson will go back to the line for 2 foul shots. First one's no good. She is 2 for 5 from the line tonight. See if she can get to 50%. No good. Picked up by Randolph all the way. Losing control of it is Shabbat. She'll turn around, take a one-hander. Bingo by number 12, Jarvis Shabbat. Her 6th point of the night. Wholesale substitutions for U-32. Paige, Petrella, and for the first time tonight, Yolanda Banza. Bradshaw Bank's not open. No good. Randolph got to hurry here. Long three, no good. Taken off by Beauregard to Petrella to Wilson. Over in the corner to Parker. She can't get it. Gets it out to Wilson. Wilson bodied by number 1, Harmony Bradshaw. And now that'll send her to the line. That'll be her first foul of the night, but it'll send Clara Wilson to the line for a double bonus, 2 shots. First one's good. Second one by Clara Wilson. That's good. U-32 48. Randolph, Galloping Ghost 26. Foul called inside. I believe it's going to be on Wilson. She quickly picks up, I believe, her second foul. All the way to the rack, running one-hander, no good. Picked up by Clara Wilson, and she's immediately fouled. And the fouls are racking up here for Randolph, who is already in the double bonus. And Wilson will go to the line to shoot 2 more to add to her 6 out of 7 foul shots already. First one's good. $16 points on the night for Wilson. Ball's taken away by Bradshaw. She stops. Gets it to Chabot. Wilson loses it. Diving on it is number 20, Andrea St. Amour. It's going to be Randolph ball. Ball comes into Chabot. Fakes up. Gets it back. Over to Bradshaw. Over to Provost. Corner shot is number 20 for a 2-ball is Andrea St. Amour, and those are her first 2 points of the night. Long pass right to the point guard, and she is going to be called for a travel by referee Jeff Eastman. She didn't like the call, but it sort of looked like it was. Into St. Amour, back to Chabot, to Messier. Messier with a little turnaround jump shot. Ella Messier, 4 points on the night. And Banza will be fouled for the first time of the night, and the foul goes against Ella Messier, and Yolande will be shooting 2 foul shots. Just checked in the game a few minutes ago. First one's no good. Swish with the second one for Banza. All the way to Chabot. Gets the ball up to St. Amour. St. Amour watches it go out of bounds, and it's going to be called off Randolph. Santa Moore doesn't believe it. And I guess Jeff Eastman's going to get overruled by Shannon Sweet, who was sure of the call, and it's going to be Randolph ball. Checking out is number 10, Natalie Beauregard, with 6 points. She had a good game. Very good defender. Fake up, no good. Gets the ball, too young. All the way across court to Provost. And it's stolen away by Wilson. She goes coast to coast. She has it stolen away. Richardson tries to block the shot, but can't. And we're going to have a foul on Wilson, number 1. I believe that's her 3rd foul, and that'll put Randolph in the 1-1 with their next call. Ball comes in the corner, out 3-point land. Shabbat runs in high. Banza with a rebound. Nearly loses it. Gets it safely over to Wilson. Wilson all the way in the corner to Dyer, and I believe Dyer was standing on the line. Checking in is number 14, Ava Price. Sitting down is Wilson with a great game. $18 points for Wilson. Travel's called on the Randolph player. 20 points for Richardson and 18 for Wilson, combining for 38 of the 50 points. Stolen away by Kaylee Jarvis Patrol. And she delivered a screen that was heard around the world. Ball's going to go out of bounds as it was an offensive foul. Price taking it out to Richardson. Richardson adds to her 20 points. Ball over in the corner to Provost. Gets it back up the top. Chabot over in the corner. Nothing there. Tries to dribble around. Gets a blocking foul. Does official Sweet, and it will be a 1-1, and shooting it will be number 12, Kaylee Jarvis Shabbat. She has 6 points in the night. Nice ball game for her. First one wraps around and goes in. Just 1:12 left, 72 ticks of the clock left that separate U-32 from their second win of the season. Second in a row, might I add. Banza loses control. And we have a scrum, and we're going to have a travel. Randolph ball, 1:03 left, 52, U-32, 31 Randolph. Chabot can't get it. No good by Santa Moore. And the ball is taken off by Ava Price. Price brings it across the timeline, gets it over to Dyer. Dyer can't get the handle on it, and she loses footing and travels, and it'll be it'll be Randolph's ball. So U-32 is going to get their second consecutive victory and bring themselves back to 2-12 as they approach their last 6 games. Richardson with a foul. That's the teammates. That was actually on Banza. Shabbat misses everything. Seven points on the night for Jarvis Shabbat. Misses everything again. And it'll be U-32 ball with just 26 ticks of the clock left. Oop, picked up her pivot foot and traveled. Randolph ball. Puts the ball into Jarvis Shabbat. Dribbles, weaves her way in, lays it in. Jarvis Shabbat, she's had a good night herself. 9 points. She steals the ball away. She's going to go coast to coast and lay it in for 11 points on the evening. And that's going to do it from U-32 tonight, with the final score being U-32 52. Randolph Galloping goes 35, and our player of the game for the night with 22 points and a great defensive effort is Kara Richardson. So that's going to do it for tonight. I'm John Pellegrini with CVTsport.net production. And to steal a page out of the playbook of Carl Parton, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, via con Dios.
This has been a local sports video production brought to you by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!